DJ Alcazar, you're my mix master.
Hey Ellie, welcome back, love. Missed you last week. I'm glad you're here. I almost got banned last week without you. Messing around with a troll. I got kicked out. They banned me for a week, but the appeal worked. Good morning, Just Fuzzy. Yeah, I ain't doing that no more. Out in the streets. I love it, love it. Yeah, I was messing around with a troll. I don't know what I said. All of a sudden, they just bananaed me. We ain't doing that no more. Yeah, that'll teach me. And the funny thing is, the live was over. I was just getting ready to go. That was the only reason why I was entertainment controlled. I was getting ready to jump off. And next thing I know, I was sent to Bananaville. And I looked up, and it said that I had been suspended for a week. So I appealed, and they let me rock. How you been? How's everything been with you? And everybody else, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the live. Appreciate you. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, Crisis Specialist Human Service Counselor. I'm on every Friday, 11:30 to 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, depending. I got to definitely get out of here on time today. I got a counseling session at 2:30, but I got to drive to it. Oh, one of those type weeks, I understand. One of those, I understand. Music is too loud. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. And how are you today, loving? And if anybody, this is your first time here, I appreciate you. Please let me know where you're checking in from so we can introduce you or greet you correctly. That way we can do this the right way. And again, we're glad that you're here. And every Friday from 11:30, NYC, hey, that's where I'm from originally. South Jamaica, Queens, Canarsie, Brooklyn. I taught in New York for 23 years before coming down here to Delaware. Shout out from NYC. Hey, shout out from Virginia. Love it, love it, love it. But definitely, come on in. We're going to talk about the dating pool, which I hear a lot of things about. So we're going to talk about 10 steps to help you with re-entering the dating pool, especially after getting out of a relationship. I had someone reach out to me and say, they know I talk about couples, they know I talk about crisis, but they would like to talk about what happens when you're getting back out here and dating when you're older. So this might be one that's targeting the 40 and up crowd, but it is welcome to everyone. So again, I appreciate you being here. And again, just let me know where you're checking in from. That'll be appreciated. All right. This is what we do. Hey, what's going on, Bama? Shout out to you. All right. So again, let me know where you're checking in from. We like to greet you the right way. Alabama, let's go. And I heard your testimony in the other room with Miss Colvin, Bama. Appreciate you. Hey, what's going on, Steph? Shout out from Houston, Texas. Let's go. What's good, Steph? Hey, Montana. Yeah, I'm good. I'm here. And I was here. I'm trying to be here every week. I won't be on as much, but I'm here, and I'm glad Ellie's back with me, so we got all the pieces in place. So again, if this is your first time here, welcome. We don't have many rules. One, respect everybody. Respect opinions, even if you don't agree. We don't do trolls after I found out last week and got bananaed. I got kicked out of my own room messing with a troll. We will not do that anymore. And keep tapping the screen for the hearts. We're going to shoot for 20,000, maybe 30,000 hearts, 30,000 likes. Yeah, I said it. We're going to set that number. We always get to around there when we're all said and done. So you guys keep tapping the screen, because actually tapping the screen helps me to focus. Believe it or not, I have ADD. So when people tap the screen, something about the hearts keeps me locked in. I'm good. I see them go up. Also, it is the heartbeat of the room. By seeing the heartbeat of the room go up, I know that you're interested. So you're going to be taking notes? Yes, because I'm trying to educate, inform, and entertain when I am here. Your job is to take the notes and hit that screen. The heartbeat of the room tells me what's going on. The more hearts I go, the more I know that you're enjoying what I'm putting out here, and we're going to get this going. Hello, Bishop. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you, Bishop. And where are you checking in from, Bishop? Let us know so we can greet you the right way. Welcome you to my humble space. I am only on one time a week. I don't come on live. It's not what I do. I am most time working and trying to help other folks. But occasionally I will stop in on a friend's live like I did with Miss Coleman. Hey, shout out from South Carolina. That's where my friend Miss Coleman is from. And I will sometimes, when invited, pop in on other people's lives. But I really don't too often because I'm busy. But at the same time, when I do come on, I try to bring something to the table. Hey, what's going on, Gorilla? Appreciate you, brother. Great to have you in the building. And again, we don't have many rules other than that, just to tap the screen as well as to let me know where you're checking in from. And we're going to get started in a little bit. Shout out from Ohio. Let's go. I haven't been to Ohio in a minute. I stopped off in Youngstown, had business in Youngstown, and then I was on my way to Michigan. So it's been a minute. Hey, what's going on, King? Appreciate you. How you been, King? How you feeling, bro? Praying everything is well with you. So, before we get started, put it in the chat. How is your week going? You're in Ohio also? Okay, cool. Shout out from NC. I was just in NC in June for a wedding. Appreciate you. I appreciate the love. And I'm glad everything is going on with you. I'm still around doing what I got to do. Helping people's a 24-hour job. Bishop Ellis, Columbia. Yeah, let's go. Level up time. Always room to do better and be better. All right, so put it in the chat. How are we doing this week since the last time I spoke to you? Or if you're new, just tell me how your week has been. Put it in the chat. Let's connect. Let's have a conversation. Before we get started on today's topic of the 10 steps on re-entering the dating pool, put it in the chat what your week has been like, if it's been rough, if it's been good, and what's your weekend looking like. Come on. Thank God it's Friday. I'll feel you on that one. If you're free today at 8, I won't be on tonight. I got a bowl tonight, so I'm sorry. Friday nights is tough. I go bowling at 6:45, so I'll be bowling from 6:45 till after 9 or something like that. Ready for the weekend, but we can talk. I didn't forget. I got to hit your inbox. I didn't forget you, Grill. I got you. Blessed. Okay, appreciate you. Nah, I got you. I always try to connect. Definitely when folks ask me. That's another thing too. Is you always want to honor requests when people ask. But I'm glad some of y'all ready for the weekend. I see that, Mary. Got you. User 486 said blessed. Like it. Yes, keep tapping that screen. The heartbeat of the room. Good morning, Kevin. I think you mean Keith, but I got you. I'm reading the book slowly, but I wish you would have put side activities. Oh, man, you want it. What type of side activities, Elaine? Let me hear that. What type of side activities would you like me to have put? Because with somebody that's in crisis, you don't want to give too much work, because I don't want to scare them off. So I did give some assessment that a person can take. I did offer resources at the back of the book. So there are things for people to get into to add reading. I put reading. I even put some online spaces. So I did give a couple of pages worth of resources. Weekend vibes. Yes, let's go. Expression our feelings on how we felt about situations and expressing our feelings on how we felt about past relationships. Well, that's where journaling can help, Elaine. That's something that a reader can do on their own and just journal how you felt as you're going through it to help you. The book was written to offer the guys on dialysis but still blessed. Hey, I feel you, user. Listen, let's go. You got this. You're here. Keep fighting. That's what I'm talking about. You got this. All right. Hey, let's send user some purple hearts. Let's send user 486. Let's use 486 some purple hearts. Let's go. Home sale plus jump your boy on marketing. Okay. Let's go. I hate journaling. Okay. Well, then record it. You don't have to actually write it. We live in the technology age. You can record your journal and then upload it wherever you need it. You can actually keep an online journal where you literally speak to your online journal. You can speak to your phone if you need to and then save it somewhere else if you want to. I keep digital files all the time. When I'm somewhere and I need to write a note, I just take out my phone and I digitally record a note to myself. Hey, Concrete Rose, what's going on there, love? How are you? There's always a way to make something happen if you want to, especially when you want to reflect. But journaling is a good way because it gives you a chance to look back at your notes to be able to see where you were as you move through the healing process. So we got a lot of folks here. Appreciate you. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let me just go back through this. One, look at the heartbeat of the room. There is none. What's going on with the heartbeat of the room? Come on, guys. That's what y'all are going to take care of. I'll take care of the content. Let's go. Hey, nothing wrong with journaling, Letta. Journaling is great because what journaling does, it tells you a story of where you were. Remember, it's not just good enough to journal. You have to go back and look at your journals, and you will actually see your healing in your journals. In my counseling sessions, I really ask people to start journaling because 3 weeks from now, you're not going to remember what today was. You're going to remember what some of the things that you did. But when you go back and look at a journal and you say, on Friday the 25th, I was just in a real bad place. And then you see by September 1st, you're doing very well. You're going to see that your healing has taken, or you're going to see where your thoughts were at that time, and it can help. But journaling is incredible. And it doesn't take much to journal. It's like making a phone call. Not even that long. Everybody has a note keeper on their smartphone. You just open it and just talk a little bit about how the day was. And then close it out. Some of the same things that we do when we're online or when we're talking to family and friends. Okay? So you guys ready? Let's go through these 10 steps to help you re-enter the dating pool after getting out of a relationship or just dating to begin with. It doesn't help me. It reopens wounds. Okay, hold on. Now, here's the thing with reopening wounds. If you are still having emotional connections to what you are journaling, that is a signal that you have to work on the things that's wrong. The journaling is not opening up the wounds. The wounds were never closed. Journaling is not supposed to trigger the negatives if you are healing. If you are not dealing with them, that's something different. Journaling is in connection to whatever steps that you are taking to healing, whether you're going to counseling or you're doing other readings, whatever you're doing, the journaling is to assist you it's just keeping notes. But if keeping notes is triggering you, that means you're not where you're supposed to be with your healing. And now you got to really get into what your professional person is helping you with. Remember that professional help requires you to do the things that a professional gives you to do. Journaling should not trigger a lot of negativity. Yes, it's going to make you emotional because you're thinking about some things, but you need to, when you sit down with your counselor, there should be a direction on what you're using your journaling for. Not just writing willy-nilly. If it's just on the day, if it's just, hey, what's going on, Dana? How you been, love? You want your journaling is a tactic that is directly connected to something. Your professional is going to tell you what or why you should be journaling. That's why I said I have a problem of forgiveness. Okay, well, forgiveness is a different thing than journaling. Forgiveness is a decision that you have to make that you're going to be able to place things behind you, which means you got to start with first working on you. You can't forgive until you forgive self because you were actively involved in whatever hurt you. It doesn't mean that you were the thing that hurt you, but you were involved in it. You first have to forgive yourself for being a part of that, and then you got to be able to dig into the healing of what it's going to take. So there's a lot that goes into that, and that's why professional help is necessary because it helps with that. And I hope that helps. Now, again, when y'all see me point over here like this, that means the heartbeat of the room is struggling. What's going on? Y'all not tapping the screen today? Now, I know we got some new people in here. Y'all better tap that screen. Let's make it happen. All right, so we're going to get started. I wanted to know how everybody's week was going. Now, before I get into these steps on re-entering the dating pool, how many people do we have in here that are actively dating? Put me in the chat. And I'm not turning this into an opportunity for some of y'all to start pimping in the inbox. That is on you. We're not doing that here. We're not running a dating service here. How many people are actively dating right now? Put me in the chat. Concrete Rose is dating. Congratulations. How many people are actively dating right now? Sexy Steph is dating. All right. Mary is dating. Cool. Let's go. How many people are actively dating now? Define actively. Open to the opportunities to go out on dates with somebody that you find attractive and we'll go from there. We're all adults. Me and I have a fiance. Okay, wait a minute. You have a fiance, but you're actively dating. What's up with that, Larry? That's interesting there. You're actively dating and you have a fiance. Please tell me you're dating your fiance and y'all are planning a marriage. Because if you're engaged, you're way past the dating part. You've already said, I want you to be my significant other. Okay, just making sure. Because the way you threw that out there, I was like, whoa, what we got going on here? But it's not for me to judge. It's for me to try to figure out when they bring it to me. Okay, so we got quite a few people who's actively dating, and if you're in a relationship, this will still help you as well. All right, so we're going to go over the 10 steps of what to do when you're re-entering the dating pool. If you're there, these could still help you, because if you're struggling in the dating pool, this might help you as well. Y'all keep tapping that screen while you're taking the notes, and we are good to go. Big Gus is dating. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to get ready to get started. You guys ready? Let me get 10 ones in the chat. Put number 1 up in the chat if y'all ready to go. Let's get this started, because I definitely got to run out today. I got to travel to a counseling session today. It's okay, Larry. I got you. It was just the way you wrote it. I was like, okay, Larry doing his thing. I was like, okay, because you said, yes, I'm dating and I have a fiance. I was like, okay, Larry is doing the poly thing. I'm not mad. That is an option for some folks today, and it is not for me to judge. Whatever works for you or makes you happy. Keep tapping that screen. See, we have no heartbeat to the room. Y'all killing me today. Now, I know there's some of y'all that's been in here before. Y'all, this is what we doing? One little heart go up? Y'all playing today. Come on now. Really? Let's go. Come on. Y'all got to get this energy up. Tap that screen. Let's go. Come on. We should see a steady stream of hearts going up if the content's working. All right, so number 1. So we got some number 1s. Let's go. I got you, Larry. You're in the right spot. Mr. Kevin, Mr. Lane, you're going to get my name right. I am Mr. Keith. And you don't even have to call me Mr. It's Keith. I've been being called Kevin since I was in 3rd grade. Can you put your address on how to order your book, because my coworker wants to order? It's in my bio. Missy Lane. It's in my bio. Bravenpublishing.com. But it's in my bio. You just click it, it'll take you there. I got you. Let me see. I don't want to. I did this the other day and almost messed up trying to add a comment. Let me see how I could do that. So we can. I gotcha. And then I'm going to get back to this list. Only because you asked. All right. Because me trying to do this, I'll be messing up. And next thing I know, I look up and I'm like, what's going on here? All right. There we go. Bravenpublishing.com. There we go. Thank you, Ellie. Appreciate you. Okay. So here we go. Number 1. In the 10 steps to helping you re-enter the dating pool, number 1 is self-reflection. Number 1 is self-reflection. Take time to understand what you want and what you need in a new relationship. Self-reflection. Before you hit these streets and get back out there in the game, you need to do some self-reflection. You need to understand. You need to understand, what is it that you want? What is it that you need in a new relationship? Sometimes we're trying to get past the negativity, if it was negative. Sometimes we just get tired of being alone. Sometimes it's a whole lot that we will just go out here and just start dating. No. When you hit those streets this next time, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th time, whatever it is, self-reflect. This will help you with your planning. This will help you to truly understand what it is that you want and what it is that you need. And it is okay to stand on what you want, what you need. Dating is supposed to enhance you. Dating is supposed to make you happy. You cannot go out here and be enhanced or be happy if you do not know what you want and you do not know what you need. It is important. It also helps for clarity too. You meet somebody, you want to be clear on what exactly it is that you're trying to get out of being with somebody, because if you don't know, how am I supposed to know what you want? Yeah, I know they're killing me today. Nobody tapping the screen today. I guess they all writing, Ellie. They're all writing things down. So we're going to hold off and wait and see if they wrote it down. We're going to get them there. Thank you, Ellie. Appreciate you. So how many, now be honest with me, guys, put it in the chat. How many of you have rushed out here, started dating without really doing any self-reflection? Come on, be honest. This only works if we're honest with each other. How many of you went out there and really didn't give it no thought? You were just trying to see what was out there. Thank you, beauty. Appreciate you. How many have just went out there and started dating and you really didn't do the self-reflection? You kind of just went out there and said, I'm just going to see. You was kind of feeling your way out there. Appreciate you, Trina. Thank you for being honest. I was about to start getting nervous. Nobody responded to me. And I'm glad you said that, Trina, because a lot of us, and I know because I'm the counselor that people go to when they're frustrated or when things don't work out. I know a lot of people who don't do self-reflection. They go out and they're like, I'm just going to see what's out here. Well, the problem with going out without a plan, you could attract whatever. And you want to be able to lock in on what it is at least that you want and need. It should at least have the appearance. Now, we don't know what anybody is until we get to know them. But that's super important. So just Trina, everybody else got a game plan when they going out here dating. Okay. It's not for me to call you on it. If that's what you say, I'm going to believe y'all. Or y'all just being lazy. I didn't date with it. Okay, got you, Ellie. And Ellie, since you put that up there, you didn't date with intentional requirements. So what was if you don't mind sharing, what was your motivation when you dated? If it wasn't intentional requirement, was it just, I'm going to see what's up? What was your motivation when you were dating or if you are dating? And these are the conversations that we have to have because this helps us to understand how we move. We're all somewhat connected. We all move in similar ways, even though we're not the same. But when the more that we share, the more that we can gain from somebody else and ourselves. And again, thank you for tapping the screen. I appreciate you guys. Keep going. Because that's something that we got to consider. And it's sad that we got to go through all of this with dating, but it's important. You don't want to bring anybody into your proximity without you having a full game plan of what you're trying to get from the whole thing. And I'm telling you, like, these 10 steps will help with that too. Motivation and companionship, not just eating in adult activity. Thank you for being honest. I was one, that's part of it. People don't want to admit that part. But yet, then when I have the counseling session, it's like, well, Keith, with me and her and with me and him and us and we all, I'm like, ooh, okay. I was wondering when the adult activities came in. But yes, motivation and companionship. And it's funny, Ellie, a lot of people don't add those first two. They go to the next two. So the fact that you said motivation and companionship, some people are just motivated with the eating and adult activities. That's the main part for some folks. And I can't knock that, but you have to understand, is that what you want? Is that what you need? Because if it is, it's cool. Long as that's part of your game plan. If your game plan, like you posted, Ellie, is motivation and companionship, then so be it. But we still need to have some type of game plan. All right. So we got that. So self-reflection, number 1, guys. All right. Now, you guys ready for number 2? Let me get 10 twos. Actually, let's go with 8 twos today. Let me get 8 twos. Let's go to number 2. Give me 8 twos. We're going to move on to the 10 steps to help re-entering the dating pool, especially after getting out of a relationship. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, author, educator, father, husband. I wear a lot of hats, and my goal is to try to help as many people as I can with all the hats that I wear. I was in a relationship for 18 years. When I was done, having been in a relationship about 10. I got it, Denise. I got it. And it's funny, a lot of people are not quick to get back in relationships when they've been in long-term relationships. And I get that too, because in my counseling sessions, I get some people who's like, Keith, I just don't want to date. I get it. But here's my thing with not wanting to date. Are you not wanting to date just because the pool is dirty? Or are you not wanting to date because you still have pains from the previous relationship? Those have to be healed. Because if you are still hurting from the previous relationship, you could be blocking your blessings from what could coming forward. If I didn't end my last marriage and got out of it after 10 years and healed, I would never actually be able to be here happy, remarried, and loving it over 23 years. But those first 10 was tough. And I had to heal from that. It's about the divorce and can't imagine dating, been married 24 years, and things are so different. Yes, they are, Aletta. They are. But the thing that is the same. People still have similar motivations from 24 years ago. It's just the things around us have changed, and you want to be careful in how you go back out there, if you go back out there. But we love companionship, so I would like to see everybody with somebody who cares for them, but you want to be careful in how you do it. I saw all the 2s, so let me go on to number 2, is healing. And I'm glad Oletta just put what she put, because that actually goes to number 2, is healing or have healed. All right? Healing or have healed from previous relationships. So that goes right to number 2, Aletta. So thank you so much. You have to allow yourself to heal from the previous relationships and emotions and experiences. Do you know how many of us subconsciously bring the baggage from the previous relationships or marriages that we can't actually look forward? Many of us wall ourselves off from what's in front of us because we have walled off the things from behind us. So now we're stuck with one wall in front of us, one wall behind us. And then we wonder why things aren't working. We've actually created a trap for ourselves. Be healed. It is super important to allow yourself to heal from the previous relationships, emotions, and experiences. I'll be on to about 1:15 or 1:30, depending on how the conversation goes, Nina. Not a lot happened. Not a lot happened. My mom passed and two of my sisters passed back to back. I'm sorry for your tragedy. I'm sorry for your losses. I'm sorry for your loss. Hey, Jacob. Hey, lady. No problem. You're here. We're here for you. You're on time. You made it. You could be anywhere in the world. You came to hang out with me. I appreciate that. And that's important, guys, because it's Turn Up Day Friday. Okay, listen, that's why we're here. Healing is super important. Do you know that many of us don't know what healing looks like? I know it. When I sit down with folks, they will tell me everything's okay. We start to peel back the onion, and all of a sudden there's a lot of unresolved issues there. Good morning. Good morning. And if you're new, please remember to check in. Tell us where you are checking in from. Has to heal from childhood trauma as well, or nothing can, or after work. Yes, I got you, Truly. And that's why professional help is necessary, Truly. Is that if you know that there's trauma from your childhood, now it's time to seek professional help. That's one of the things that I help with. When you're sitting with me, remember, I don't have a dog in the race. I don't have any emotion in terms of what you're dealing with. My emotion is on the help. So when we sit down and talk, I'm going to be able to listen and be able to say, okay, let's figure out why you do this. Shout out from Texas. Hey, shout out from St. Louis. I got you. And that's why you might need to sit and talk with a professional, Truly, because a professional does one initial assessment. Like I do a Florida, shout out from Florida. I do an assessment just to get a feeling for who you are, what you've been through. But in our conversations, it is to try to uncover what's wrong. Because the more that we have a discussion, the more I'll be able to see what's blocking you from your happiness. Many of us have never experienced true happiness. So we actually don't know what happiness looks like. So we think some of the things that we have grafted to us is okay. My job is to help you identify that and then possibly, the best I can, get you to release that. So this way you can actually be on the road to healing. That's why I even wrote a book about it. 12 Steps to Recovering from a Toxic Relationship. I wrote a book about it. One of the young ladies here, shout out to Jennifer J. right here on TikTok, said, Keep, I wish you had a book that would help people figure out what to do after they've gotten out of a negative relationship. I said, okay. Well, 6 months ago, she gave me that idea. I decided to write the book. Here it is right here. Because you have to be able to have something that guides you out of the darkness. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing right now. Happiness is out there. Let me tell you something. I didn't know what happiness was until I started to experience it. Once I experienced it, the happiness itself became my motivation to fix things. I didn't want to lose this. And so many of us have never experienced happiness that we don't know what to do. So we just go, the hell with it, and we let it go. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate you guys. Keep tapping. So truly give yourself time. It's out there for you. And let me tell you something. Anybody listening, right? When you start to zero in on happiness, you're going to find yourself in a whole different position. You're going to find yourself feeling in a way that you're like, wow. Now, once you get to happiness, the thing that you got to be careful of is you don't have regrets of, oh my God, how come I couldn't have done this when I was, no. Stay in the moment. Okay, I'm 55. If I've been happy the last 23 years, I'm not worried about what I was when I was 20, when I was 18. Okay, I screwed up. For 37 years, it was about whatever. The last 19, I've been good. Even the first years of this relationship here, the first couple was difficult. But now I'm super happy. I don't worry about what I was when I'm trying to stay in the moment and ride this moment out for as long as I can. And if you've never seen The Pursuit of Happiness, at the end when you hear Will Smith said, this little bit here is happiness. This little bit here. Do you know what a little bit of happiness will do to anybody? A little bit? Oh my God. Keep tapping that screen. Let's go on to number 3. You guys ready for number 3? Let's go big this time. Give me 12 threes. And while you guys are putting your threes in, I'm going to go back over the list real quick. Number 1 was self-reflection. And number 2 was healing. On the 10 steps to re-entering the dating pool. But let's go with 12 threes. Let me get everybody up and moving. Come on. Let's get on that screen. And if you're at work, don't get in trouble. Come on. I see 2 there. Let's go. I see you. We got Beauty. Got Mary. Got Truly gave me a 3. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get 12 threes. Come on. We're only as good as the interaction that we have with each other. Hey, Lady gave me a 3. Come on. Let's go. And that's the goal. All right, y'all moving slow today. Come on now. Let's go. And it's Friday, so come on. If you got to work the weekend, I understand. I used to work the weekend. I didn't mind it. I worked the overnight. 3rd shift. Friday from 10 to 11 in the morning, 10 to 11 in the morning. I wasn't hanging out, so I really didn't worry about it anymore. My partying days was over. I was at work on a crisis hotline, writing books, studying. I have kids, and where they met me was in my trauma, so that's what they know. How do someone, I'm sorry, you gotta clean it up a little bit, Nina. I'm trying to read it. It's very difficult with the abbreviations. I have kids, okay, wait a minute, let me go back here. I have kids, and where they met me was in my trauma, so that's what they know. How does someone forward, but how does my forward, but my back? The last part, how does someone my forward, but my back? I don't want to respond without knowing clearly what you're trying to get at. Okay. I'm sorry. Clean it up for me and I'll gladly respond to you. Oh, I'm listening to, what YouTube? DJ Alkalized. It's this one is DJ Alkalized, but I'm listening to old school, new school R&B and barbecue music. DJ Alkazed. He actually has some great listen to it. I listen to it when I'm studying or writing my progress reports. I have to have music. How does someone move forward dealing with their issues but still move backward to help their children? You don't move backwards. By going forward, you're helping your children. I thought that's what you were going with. You don't move backwards. You use what you know. You use your experiences to help guide your new direction. Your new direction is how you're going to help your children. First, you heal you. First, you make sure that you're clearly in a position of understanding where you were, and the new you explains to your children. The new you makes it make sense. You can't make anything make sense to anyone, children, whoever, family, anybody, if you can't first make sure that you're healed. By fixing yourself, now you can sit down with other people and give your testimony of what was going on then, because now you can invite them to have conversations about what was going on and how they felt. When I changed my life over and came back to a position of faith, my sons actually said, "Dad, you used to be super cool. Now you kind of corny." I said, "Why am I kind of corny?" And they didn't like the fact that I had became a man of God. I understood that, but we had conversations, and I made sure they understood what I was doing, where I was going with it. And then over time, they just grew to accept it. And that's it. Now, I do have other children that don't rock with me because they hated the old me and just cannot allow themselves to love the new me. All I could do is pray for them, leave the lights on and the door open. And if at any time they want to come back to have a conversation with their dad, I'm here. And I'm good for it. And if you go to my YouTube page, I actually have online conversations with all my children. Because I'm not scared to embrace what I was. And all I can do is apologize and be here. If you don't want to allow yourself to heal, that's not a me issue. That is a you issue. I can't help you if you don't allow me to. But what I can do is be ready and forthright with information and love if you want that. If you don't, there's nothing that you can do. Please understand, you can't force someone to care if they're hurting because of you, or they believe that they're hurting because of you. All you can do is be the new you and allow them to find their way to you if they do. And if they don't, pray for them and leave them in God's hands and just be ready if at any time the light goes on. Because this is part of it. You can't heal somebody else if they don't want to be healed. You can't help somebody else if they don't want to be helped. All you can do is be the best you and allow them to meet the new you and make their decision. If they don't like the new you, so be it. How can I make an appointment to be my whole family? How much? It's in my send me an inbox and I'll sit down and talk with you. We got it, because I do have a free discovery session. What I would do first, go in my bio, click on the free discovery session, have a session with me first, and then we can figure out what that's going to look like with your family and prices and everything like that. And I'm here for that. But it's in my bio. You'll just click on the link in my bio. You'll see free discovery session. I'm working with a family right now that's going through those situations here, but we haven't broken down into pieces. I'm dealing with certain members first, and the goal is to try to bring them back together as a family. Thank you so much, truly. I appreciate that. All right, so let's go on to number 3, guys. Here we go. Number 3 goes to right what Nina and I are talking about. You have to rebuild confidence. Number 3, rebuild confidence. Rebuild confidence. Number 3, rebuild your confidence. Engage in activities that boost your self-esteem and confidence. This goes to what I was saying with Nina and Truly. You were mentioning about trying to find happiness, or if you've never found happiness, how to get there is to rebuild your confidence. You have to be comfortable with the new you. I would like to have a meeting with you concerning my family. Okay, sounds good, Catherine. I'm here. My link is in my bio. You see where it says free discovery session. We can talk, and then we can figure out what we can put together and what I charge and everything like that. I'm here. This is what I do. All my information is in my bio, guys. All my links. From my websites to my YouTube page. And I would also suggest to you that you go to my YouTube page so you can get a feel for what I do. This is who I am. I'm not just some cat who does this on TikTok. I am like this on a regular. I am here to help. I have a real history. Real testimonials. I'm actually a real counselor. I don't just play one on TikTok. And thank you so much for tapping the screen. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. But yes, rebuilding their confidence. All right, I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. Be honest with me. How many of you struggle with dating because you lack the confidence to be the person you want to be when you're dating? Be honest with me. Put it in the chat. Put me. Now don't out yourself. Don't put a whole lot of negative stuff out there. Just me if it is. Thank you, Ellie. And I love that you're here, Ellie. You make it so much easier for me. I struggle a little bit behind the scenes when you're not here, because I be really getting caught up with some of the drama in the chat. Let me go back. Since my last relationship almost 6 years ago, I've been single, and I strictly cut off dating. I understand. Thank you for being honest, guys. And the reason why I wanted y'all to post in the chat is I want everybody to see that they're not alone. Go back and just look at all the me's, guys. Look, that's a lot of people who say they struggle too. So please understand, you're not alone. You're not alone. And the funny thing is, when I got out of my first marriage in May, the 8 or 9 months when I got out, I was a wild animal. I was out here, Lord, I was out here crazy. Thank you, Denise. It was my mom's, rest in peace. My mom was like, so let me get this right. You got out of your marriage to go out here and get AIDS? Because you wilding out. You coming back home Sunday in the same clothes you left with on Friday. And I was just out of control because and a lot of it was because I was trying to find myself, trying to rebuild my confidence. I was trying to do that through searching panties, trying to get with women. I was trying to find myself through sex. Was not a good move after I got divorced. Well, actually, I got separated. It took a couple years to get the divorce. It was crazy. I was out of control. So I definitely understand what it takes to rebuild your confidence. This is how I help people now. Because I get it. I was there. I'm not perfect. I'm just better now than I was, 23 years ago? Or even more so, 19 years ago. And for me, it required me to figure me out as well as to recapture my position with my faith. That may not be the case for everybody, but again, whatever it is, you might need to sit down with a professional counselor to have that conversation, because that's what I provide. A safe space for you to be able to go, Keith, I don't know what's wrong. Hey, good morning, Terry. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm out here just wilding out. I'm out here just bedding down everybody. Really? Okay. I'm just out here stealing. I'm just out here drinking. I'm just out here whatever. Well, I'm here for that. Don't desire the roller coaster ride at 50. Okay, I got you. And that's why I'm trying to give this list, because it was actually somebody who, and they joked with me, they said, well, Keith, when you get over 50, you're going to understand. I had to laugh and go, I'm almost 60 years old. She actually said, when I get to 50, I was like, wow, thank you. Maybe I'm looking younger these days. I self-sabotage. I'm working on consistency telling myself, I got you, Nina. That's another big one I deal with is a lot of people. Hello, Katrina. That's my mother's name. Rest in peace, mommy. Katrina B, too. That is my mom's full initial. Shout out to Katrina. Do you think Will Smith is on the down low? Why does it matter, Richard? I don't know, and it doesn't affect me. It affects whoever he's with. I don't even know why that's a question. Who cares? Does it affect how we see Will if he is? I mean, I'm not Jada. He's not my husband, so I don't know. It don't matter who he sleeps with. Cool. I just want to make good movies. I don't care who anybody's sleeping with as long as they make good movies or the products that they create do what I need them to do. Who you sleep with is between you and whatever faith you have. And I'm not for me to go either way. I just want Will to get back to making good movies. And let me tell you something about Will Smith, right? I'm glad you brought that up. Read his book. As a counselor, when I read his book, you can see the pain that Will has been through since a child. And it came from his father. Will is suffering from abuse that came at the hands of his father. He talks about it, but his book goes deeper. And he watched his mom being abused, and that affected how he reacts to women. Please understand, before you judge Will Smith, read his book. Understand that he leaves a lot on the table for you to understand about his past that will make sense to a lot of the moves that he made. Even that night at the Grammys when he made that critical mistake that threw his career in the hopper to a degree. Read his book. And please understand, it won't make a difference who he's sleeping with. What you'll understand is that was a boy hurt when he was a child. And that pain has been there all the way into his 50s. That I would say. And the fact that he's narrating his own book, if you pay attention to his voice, you can actually hear the pain in his voice when he's walking you through his past. I would say to anybody, get the audio book and listen to it. You'll see that man has been hurting. Same thing with Jada. She was hurting a long time ago before her and Pac got together, then her and Will Smith, and there's a lot of things that was going on between the two of them, and there's something there that you can gain from for yourself if you listen to his audio book. But the book Will is a good read. I would definitely check it out. Thank you. Hey, we got to 10,000. Let's go. Let's push on to 20 plus. We're going to get to 30K today. I mean that. All right, here we go. So we got number 3, which is rebuild your confidence, and we're going to get y'all guys there. Now, here's a big one. Y'all ready? I need 14 fours. I'm just going to go. We got 28 people here. I need half of y'all to come on and say, put a 4 in the chat. I want 14 fours. I don't know if we're going to get there, but let's go 14 fours in the chat. We got 28 people here. Let's go to 14 fours. Let's go. I want half of y'all because this is going to be a tough one. Should be an easy one, but it's going to be tough. Here go to fours. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Let me see. Truly, lady, beauty, another lady. Oh, we got the lady driver, Melly. Come on. Let's go. Let's keep going to fours. Elaine, I got you, Elaine. Let's go. Come on, Jen. Jen wrote it out. 4 like that. Lady T. What's going on, Lady T? Another 4. And anybody that's new, if you have not told us where you're checking in from, please do so. Let us know where in the world that you're checking in and watching. We would love to be able to shout you out. I see you, Nina. Pray for everyone, rich or poor. You're supposed to prep. I'm with you. Pray for everybody. We do that here. This is a praying group right here. We believe in prayer. Thank you so much. Cincinnati, hey, shout out from Cincinnati. All right, number 4. Number 4 in the 10 steps to help you re-enter dating is socialize. Now, let me tell you why that was important. Pensacola, let's go. Socialize. Do you know how many of us stop socializing when we've gotten out of negative relationships? Hello, Lady Locks. How are you? Great to have you here. Thank you. Socialize. One of the steps to help you re-enter dating is socializing. Now, I want you to put this in the chat. How many of you struggle with socializing now that you're dating, that you're out of the relationships? Big Gus, come on now. How many of you, put me in the chat if you struggle with socializing? There you go. Elaine, lady driver, come on. I guess that Ellie. Catherine, me. Melly, me. Nina. Okay, I think that's the hand up. I see that. Okay, me. Denise had to fight to give that one up. And let me tell you where social media has helped and has hurt in socialization. It has helped because it allows you to meet a lot of people that you now don't have to hit the streets to meet. It allows you to float in and out of groups and go to different things without having to leave the safety of your home. So social media has been tremendous in that aspect. Here's the negative part. It's not really complete socialization. It is limited to this right here. We're all socializing with each other right now. You're in the chat. You're watching me. I'm talking. We're socializing. But it is not complete. And because it is not complete, it leaves the door open for new terms that were not even in terms 15 years ago. Catfishing. Because now it's easier for people to be lied to because of social media. It actually should be easier, but unfortunately it's not. What are your credentials to be a crisis specialist and a professional counselor? Provide your website. Both of my websites, John, are in my bio. You see those 2 master's degrees back there, John? One is in education, the other was in human service counseling. And I will show you the certifications. There's some right there. There's some right there. And if you look over there, there's some of my citations for some of the things that I do. That's too far away, bro. I got you. Well, I'm not going to get up to show them to you. You can go to my websites. You have actual testimonials from the ATF of the federal government, New York City Department of Education. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll give you one even better. Hey, John, you ever seen this magazine? I'm not sure. Ever seen that one? Okay. Let me see. Real quick. I love when people ask for receipts. Let me see something here. Hey, look at that. That says Connect, right? Black Love Lessons. So Ebony Magazine vetted me. Ebony Magazine said, hey, wait a minute. Who's that dude there, John? What's my credentials? I come to the table prepared to help. I have a certification to teach in Delaware and New York City. I have a master's degree in human service counseling, a master's degree in education. I have written 7 books. I've been a part of 9 other anthologies. And I have sold books on every continent except for Antarctica. I was a whore for 37 years. In the last 19, I have been the shepherd when I used to be the wolf. So those are my receipts. If that's not enough for you, this is the wrong live for you. Hey, there we go. Those are my receipts. And more importantly, I'm a man of God who has no problem. My certifications, I just said to you, there's right there. I'm a certified marriage counselor. I'm a certified crisis specialist. That's the second one down there. And there's another one above there, right there. And under the state of Delaware, no, you don't have to block him. No. Don't block him for asking questions. He's not being rude. That's a concern. And I partner with First State Behavioral. So I serve under supervision for my state credentials as a certified counselor, state certified counselor. I serve under supervision as well. So that's what it is. And thank you, Ms. Coleman. But it's okay to ask, and I have no problem with that. Because you're supposed to check on who is working with you. And I have no problem with that. I don't hide from anything. And you just do a Google search. You'll see who I am. All right, so we're back to socialization, right? Now, how many of you only socialize on social media? How many of you are a little nervous about meeting in public so you don't? How many of you only socialize on social media? Put me in the chat. How many have kind of reduced their dating to kind of just social media? Put me. There we go. I see you, Catherine. Okay, truly. Miss Coleman, me, I got you. And one of that is we have to learn to reconnect with friends. We have to join social groups. And we have to engage in events that expand our social circles. We have to be able to get out into the world because it's very easy to close the world out and only make the world through this right here, through our phone and our computer. I understand. I got you, truly. Dating may not be for you right now. I get it. But we got to get back out into the world. And that goes back to number 1, which is the self-reflection. We got to have an understanding of what it is that we want. You have to have a game plan. You just can't be out here and decide that, hey, I'm just going to be out in amongst whatever. You need to know what it is that you're doing, and you got to get back out into the world. If we limit our circles, we limit our choices. Appreciate little things we do. All right. So the idea is that if we limit our circles, we limit our options. Yeah, that I feel I'm a silo and I'm not. Okay, I got you. And you're not supposed to be what you used to be. We're supposed to be better. Even our negative experiences are opportunities to learn. And then, of course, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Ellie. The pandemic did not help anyone. The pandemic actually just threw everything into a tizzy because none of us were prepared to be just shut down where our social avenues were removed. And we're only just recovering. And even now, it looms over everything that's going on because a lot of us don't want to move in certain ways because the pandemic is still real. I fought trying to stay away from this thing for the last 2.5, almost 3 years. So when I came down with it back in March, I was angry because I had been doing everything I could to stay away from it. Now I'm going to let a little something about myself be known. Because of the pandemic, I had reduced my social activity and still I'm only just getting back to feeling comfortable when I'm traveling and being out amongst people. I really don't. I really do not go out as much as I used to. I bowl on a regular, but then once I'm done, I go back to the hotel. I'm good. Social media dating is hard but manageable if you set your boundaries. Come on, Lady Locks, I got you. Yo, it's definitely, anything is I like that you said that, Lady Locks. Everything is manageable if you have an idea of what you want to use it for. The thing that you got to understand is it should not be the only thing. Do not limit your bag. Look in your bag and say, I have social media, I have my group, I have my bowling team, I have my travel group. The more options you give yourself, the more opportunities you present to yourself. But if you only make it social media, you have now changed the doorway. You made it very narrow. Well, you got to understand, not everything can get through that narrow way, so you block opportunities. I'm not saying you blocking your blessings, but you block opportunities. And it's very important. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate you, Lady Locks. Please understand that also social media limits how much you really get to know about a person. It is when you get to meet the person in real life. It is when you get to sit down across from a person that you get to see the full person. I had the luxury when I was coming to North Carolina for a wedding of one of my previous students. I got the lovely opportunity to meet our moderator, Ellie. She showed up with her children. Her children are outstanding. And they was watching me too, like, okay, big man, don't you do nothing silly. Even the little one was like, you near my mommy. But and her son was on his phone, but watching like, move the wrong way, big man, I'm gonna beat you down in here. But it was wonderful to be in the presence of someone that I met on social media with no hangups, no nothing. I wasn't trying to do nothing funny and I wasn't trying to act silly and I wasn't being nasty. I was who I am. I am the same person in person that I am right here. And it was lovely to meet Ellie. We're both from New York. And the opportunity to sit across from somebody just to have a real good conversation and to meet in person was wonderful. And I don't neglect those opportunities. I used to. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. And not every opportunity has to be a thirst session. It doesn't have to be a thirst trap. There still should be great gentlemen and women out here being able to sit down and have cordial conversation without having to worry like, what are you going to try to do to me? What's she going to try to do to me? And I'm so glad that she brought her children because I knew that was going to make her feel more comfortable. And yes, it was at a Chick-fil-A. I didn't say, hey, come to the hotel where I'm at. No, I'm still a married man. We're not doing that. But my wife doesn't mind. But she understands. I know how to carry myself. He's like, well, we're going to meet at Chick-fil-A. And I'm always going to be a gentleman. This is what it is. And what's important, that's all part of the socialization to help us get comfortable with each other, to help build back opportunities. And if you're dating, those are the things that come about. Public spaces are still great for having interactions with other people. And I'm not knocking social media. I'm just saying it shouldn't be the only thing. So socializing is number 4. All right. So where we at now? We're coming up on number 5. And you guys still with me? Put a I'm still here in the chat if you still with me. Let's go. Because I don't see no heart. So the heartbeat of the room, we about to flatline right now. I don't know what happened here. Y'all just killing me here. Y'all not, what's going on here? Y'all killing me. Come on. Let's go. I'm still here. Lady Driver's still with me. And Lady S said, Lady Stanley got the 5 up already. Melly's still here with me. Okay, we getting there. And y'all already beat me to the 5. So go ahead and put the 5s in the chat. If y'all want number 5, put a 5 in the chat while tapping that screen. Elaine's still here with me. Don't die. I'm trying not to. I'm saying, look, I'm on life support. Y'all killing me right now. The heartbeat is struggling over there on the right. What's going on? We're going to get to 20. Actually, we always get to 30,000 likes. I ain't worried about that. But I'm just saying the heartbeat is struggling. Are y'all not liking the content? What, I got to tap dance too? I'm not getting up and dancing no jig. Will a person feel fully solid in themselves as they approach aspects of life, or is it mostly quest? Nina, a person can always feel solid if they fill themselves with the right thing. And I want to make sure that's clear what I'm saying. How you feel and what you feel is predicated on what you do. Nah, not questionable, because we are in control of that. It's how much, like, I'm content with aspects of myself, but there's things I'm going to work on. Of course, you never stop learning. You never stop growing. But feeling solid, oh yes. Because that's what I mean about when you find happiness. See, a lot of people have never felt happiness, so they literally go, it don't exist. Or when other people start to explain how good they feel, other people, because if they haven't felt it, it's hard to accept it. And I get it. My job is to be able to show you that. Hey, look at the heart there. There we go. There was a time I questioned if I was ever going to be happy again because of what I had did. There was times that I looked back and said, oh my God, I was such a whore. How was I ever going to be able to find somebody? I couldn't stop cheating. And then I realized I had to grow and I had to learn and I had to heal. And I had to do that with the help of somebody else who did not allow my garbage to cause them to stink. Now, please understand what I just said. That person held their ground, which then allowed me to come up from out of the mud that I was in to clean myself off and take a seat next to them. They didn't come down in the mud with me. They stayed there and was like, if you want to deal with me, you better come up out of this mud, bro. And they did. And because they did, I was able to. So yes, you can get solid. Depends on what you're trying to get solid doing. And that's where I come in as a professional counselor. I'm here to help you do that. In the way that I speak, in the books that I write, in the videos that I do. This is what I do. I'm a living example that change can happen. Don't ever let somebody tell you change can't happen. And don't ever let somebody tell you once a cheater, always a cheater. Not true. Nothing stays the same when new variables are introduced to it. The key is, will you allow those new variables to come into the mix? And y'all better tap that screen. Look, I start talking, y'all. I'm going to stop talking then, because when I talk, y'all stop tapping. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jeremiah. Why so many of us attract unavailable men? That's a great question. That's something that we'd have to sit down, because the question then becomes, Sarah, what are you doing? Where are you at? And what are you presenting? Remember, we attract what we want. Wait a minute, I don't want this. Well, the question is, are you subliminally submitting certain energies out there? This is what we work on. There's two languages that we speak. What comes out our mouth and how our body moves. And there's actually a third on the inside. So the idea is that when all three are aligned, now you're solid. But if you're outwardly giving one look, inwardly saying something else, and your body is saying something totally different, now you're getting three mixed messages. Well, what does a person pick up on? Whatever they're interested in. So the person that notices the body language shows up for that. The person that knows up for what you're saying shows up for that. You start to react to what you're telling yourself. There's a lot going on there. And we can talk about that in counseling as well. All right, here we go. Number 5. Let's go. We at the halfway mark. Put 5s in the chat. We started already. Let me get back to it. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, educator, author, husband, all of that. Let's get the 5s in the chat. I'm not happy with being overweight, so I allowed it to stop me from dating. Catherine, we got to work on that. I'm a big dude, and I'm handsome. Your confidence comes in an understanding of self. Your size is not the issue. You are. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. There are men out there like myself that love women 14 or better. For me, sexy starts at size 14 and better. I've even dated a few 30s. Woo! And you can't mess with a 30 if you don't know what you're doing. You mess with a 30 and you know what you're doing, you might get killed. Don't be out there trying to talk to no 30 and you don't know what she's doing. She gonna get you. Don't do it. So fellas in the room, don't go out here trying to flirt with no 30s. And you know what you're doing. Stick around the 14s, 16s, whatever. Don't call yourself trying to be out here with no 30, bruh. So all she wrote. Yeah, trust me. I'm trying to help you. It's Friday. But at the end of the day, Catherine, it comes down to the visual that you have for yourself. For the ones in the back, they the ones hiding from them 30s though. But that's the key, guys. It is not your size. It is not your economic standing. It is how you carry yourself. No, I appreciate you being honest, Catherine. I'm not getting on you to the negative. Oh, please don't think I'm getting at you on the negative. I'm saying is when you said my weight, that's a trick. If we're unhappy, and I've learned this a long time ago, my old coach used to tell me this. If you're unhappy with the weight, go to the gym, which I do. But it's not the weight that's stopping you from anything else. Now, your weight stops you from doing certain things because of physical limitations. We can't change that. Physical limitations are physical limitations. I would love to go up and dunk a basketball. No, I don't have the knees for it, and that's it. And I couldn't jump that high when I was younger. But how I feel about myself, how I carry myself is on me. And two things can be right at the same time. Can I be a big guy working on me? Yes. Can I still have ultimate confidence in me? Yes. Okay, got you. No. Oh, no, please do. Because I never want to be offensive. Thank you so much for saying that, Catherine. That made my day. Appreciate you. Keep tapping the screen, guys, but that's super important. Now, number 5, here we go. Online presence. Number 5, in the 10 steps to help you re-enter the dating pool, your online presence. Consider creating an online profile on platforms that align with your preference. Uncle Steve, yes, sir. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Let's go. Very true. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I just had that conversation with my daughter the other day. She asked me, what is wisdom? I said, how we use the knowledge that we have. Many of us know some things. Many of us don't have the wisdom of what to do with it, unfortunately. And understanding comes from when we put it all together, what we get from all that. And as an educator, my job is to try to help with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with understanding. You guys have heard me say often, my job here on this screen is to entertain, educate, and to inform. If I can do that, and you can leave here today knowing something a little bit different, feel a little bit better, or just I give you something new to work on, I did my job. And now I take my job very serious. That's why I don't have a problem with people questioning me. I don't care. 80s child from the Yonkers. I'm actually a 60s baby from South Jamaica, Queens, and lived in Brooklyn. 80s, I was out there in them streets. But shout out to Yonkers. Love it. When they first put the casino up there, used to travel up there and throw my money away. Exactly. It's what you do with your knowledge. Exactly. So not everybody has wisdom because a lot of us know what to do. Shh, don't tell them. I got you. Folks stopped going to Connecticut when they could go up to Yonkers, but we're going to talk about it another time, Uncle Steve. But a lot of people know a lot of things. A lot of people lack wisdom because they don't know what to do with what they know. And unfortunately, that's where there's no understanding. My job is to tie all those together, to help you understand and to help you be able to act on it. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. So your online presence. Now, let me be very real with something. Now, I want you to be thank you. Appreciate you, Uncle Steve. I want you to be very honest with me in the chat, guys. How many of you have profiles on social media? I'm not going to say dating apps, but how many of you have profiles on social media that is not completely true? Come on, be honest with me. How many of you have profiles on social media that is not completely you? Don't worry, Fox. You can always catch the replay. You know I'm going to put it over on YouTube. We're good. Great to have you here. And your books are going out today. I'm going to send them out today before I hit the streets. I'm going to take care of that for you. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate that. But there's a lot of people that do. How many people here? Be honest with me. Come on now. How many of you have some profiles that you kind of stretch the truth a little bit? I'm just asking. What you see is what you get, Jeremiah. They better love this, right? This is me. How many of you have profiles out there that may not be completely true? Not me. Oh, no, Miss Coleman. Miss Coleman going to be rough, rugged, and raw with hers. I'm with Jeremiah. I got you. That's wisdom. You know why? You realize I'm not going to go out here and fake it, because if I got to fake it, then I don't know what I'm going to get back. There's wisdom. And there's understanding. I am the same person. There you go. Come on. Why even make a profile? Thank you. Come on. I am. There you go. Well, the reason why I asked that question is that's wisdom. You guys just said it. I'm not going to be somebody else because then you don't know what you're inviting to the table. And the older that we get, the more we realize if I'm faking it, I might get something fake back. But we all know. Now, here's my next question before I go on to number 6. How many of us have come across some fake profiles? How many of us have met some folks who are not what their profile said it was? There's 170, but after the pandemic. Hey, what were we going to do in the house, Nina? Come on now. But ain't nothing else we could do. So let me ask y'all this question. How many of y'all have come across some profiles where the person is not who they say they was, not as tall as they was, not as sexy as they said? Ooh, just not what they say they was. All the time. Now, again, you see that. Look, let's go. And again, the reason why I asked you guys in the chat is I want you to see you're not alone, guys. And I want anybody who came in today thinking that they were alone or thinking that it's just them. It is not. No future in the front. Come on now. But we know that people do front. And that's why it's super important to go back to the first steps that I gave you. The reason why we self-reflect, the reason why we heal, the reason why we rebuild our confidence, and the reason why we socialize is this is how we prevent ourselves from getting caught up. Use their son's picture? Oh, Lord. Thank God I'm married. That's crazy. So now folks is out here using other people's pictures. Lord, we super catfishing. But if you look at the steps that I'm giving you guys, right, you will see that they're all connected, because when you activate all of these steps the best that you can, what you're going to do is you're going to realize that you're offering protection to your well-being. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 20,000 likes. Come on now. Keep tapping that screen. Don't let the heartbeat listen. Don't let the room die. Come on. Don't keep tapping that screen. Get that heartbeat up. Let's go. Keep that heartbeat going. I understand. Yes. Now, let me see who's in this group right now. Ellie and Miss Coleman. Y'all know me. Y'all have met me and know me in person. Am I the same person in public that I am here on social media? Y'all know me, and anybody else that might be in the group. Am I the same in person as well as off that? And it's important because we have to have these conversations. Thank you so much, ladies. Appreciate you. Love you guys to death. It's important. Truthful is what's necessary. And honestly, the hardest part with social media is people can be dishonest so easy. It is so easy. That's why, again, I'm on to try to help. When the lady sent me the request to do these steps, it was because she said, Keith, I'm just so tired of the foolishness. And I'm here for it. I'm here to help you. And Ellie and Ms. Coleman, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, those two ladies there, fellas, I'm just saying, go look at their pictures. That's all I'm going to tell you. But don't come with no foolishness. I've met them. They're intelligent. Don't show up with the BS. Don't do it to yourself. Instead of saying you love someone to death, say that you love them to life. Just say you love them. And love them for as long as you can. I'm with you, Just love them for as long as you can. Some come with baggage. Some come with crates. Yeah. Some come with whole truck fulls of garbage. And they better, yes. And let me tell you something. Both of those ladies have children, so don't show up with no foolishness. You better show up ready. But look at their pictures. You're going to be like, wait a minute. Yeah, but they not stupid. Don't play yourself. I've met them. I'm just telling you. I know them. Don't do it to yourself. You better show up with your thinking cap on. You get run up out of town. Keep going. Keep tapping that screen. Okay. Here's a big one. Another big one. Actually, they're all big, but let's go. Ready for number 6? Let me get 12 sixes. Double sixes, 12. Let me get 12 sixes in the chat, and we're going to go on to number 6. No music break today because I'm going to actually get off on time today. I got to drive to, I got a session at the church today. I was invited to come speak a counseling session at the church today, so I got to take my daughter with me. Jeremiah said, I'm covering everybody. You know that only counts for 1-6, Jeremiah. I appreciate your offer, though. Jeremiah tried to give 6s for everybody in the room. Appreciate you, Jeremiah. Much respect. All right, well, since Jeremiah gave everybody a 6, here we go. Number 6 is open communication. Now, this is a tough one. I'm going to ask you some questions about this one. Number 6 is open communication. Be upfront about your past, your intentions, your expectations, and that you want with a potential partner. Be upfront about your past, your intentions, and expectations with a potential partner. Open communications. Now, I'm again coming back to you guys in the chat. Put it in the chat. How many of you struggle with being open with new people that you meet? How many of you struggle with that? Put me. Definitely, Angel. Definitely. Has to be vice versa. I'm with that. Put it in the chat. How many of you struggle? Can I replace expectations with requirements? You can. Ain't no problem with that. If you have requirements and you're clear about it, nothing wrong with that. I don't think they need details about my past, but rather the lessons I've learned. That's impossible. It all depends how you work that. Depends on how you shape that in. What you got to be careful, though, Concrete Rose, is that sometimes we shape a wall about our past so we don't actually divulge it. And then when it shows itself, you didn't let the person know those things, or the lessons weren't learned as complete as you think. And then when those things show up, the person feels like they've been duped because you didn't give them all the details. Understand that if you're going to trust me, trust my intellect, trust my ability to help. Now, I'm not saying lay yourself out completely out for somebody. What I'm saying is, but you got to be careful when you try to dictate what you're going to give out instead of just giving the truth, because sometimes you can misrepresent yourself, not to the negative, but just certain information you didn't bring to the table. I'm here for entertainment purposes only. I got you. And this is why, for me, if you are truly healed, your past should not affect you. That leads to an imposter. It could. See, I have no problem talking about my past. It is what it is. It doesn't affect me at all. Don't bother me. I tell you, I was a whore. I was out here just wilding. I was in a bad marriage. I wasn't a good father because I was out here making babies and wasn't doing what I was supposed to. And that's why I wrote my book. Because I was going to tell my story before somebody else did. I was going to tell, and then this photo right here is all women, but it's faded because it's a rear view mirror. And the reason why I wrote my own book and told you all my seated details, all the dirt, was because I didn't want nobody else trying to tell my narrative. I'm going to tell my story. And I have no problem if you want to judge me for it. If I don't meet your requirements because I used to be a whore, okay, cool. It's all right. I'm not that now, but this is why you put it out there. More so what I want going forward, they will try to be everything you want or didn't have. Cool. I have no problem talking about past because I'm free. There you go. And again, for each person, there's no set way of everything. I'm just giving you my professional opinion and my personal opinion. At the end of the day, you still have to work what works for you, but make sure that it's grounded in something that is sustainable. You want to protect yourself, yes, but you also have to make sure that what you're doing opens up the door for what it is that you say you want. And trauma bonding is only a thing if you're still connected to the pain of it. If you have no pain connected to your past, no one's going to bond to your trauma because, again, it goes back to this is why we have the open communication. If I'm telling you I'm healed from hoeing, but you go, I'm still hoeing, we are not really good for each other at this moment. That's not going to work, but I can show you how I help myself, even give you to the person that helped me, and that's where you refer them to me. But this is where we talk about number 3, rebuilding your confidence. The stronger that you are in who you are now, my past can't hurt me at all. There's nothing that a person can bring up from my past that's going to bother me. Hence, where is your husband today? Who are you speaking to, Cloud, before we block you? I'm trying to give you a chance. Because we're not having that same issue like last week. We're not doing that. Oh, never mind. Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, just because he ain't coming to say hello, right? All right. And as y'all see, with super moderator Ellie on the scene, she wasn't wasting no time. You came up in the wrong house, bro. And we ain't got time for the BS. Come through, Ellie. Ellie was like, what? Let's go. All right. So I can't. That's too funny. All right. So how do you know you're no longer connected to your pain? Great question, Catherine. When you think about the things that used to hurt you and they don't hurt you no more. When you see the person that used to hurt you and you're like, okay. When there's no emotional connection to the thought or being in presence or anything of that. That's when you know you've got to, like, I'm great to be in a room with my ex-wife and anybody that I used to date. And sometimes I'm on conversations with them. Sometimes I'm online with them. My wife sees me talking to people that I used to mess with. We good. Because at the end of the day, I control me. And when I go back to New York and I'm around my sons and I'm with my ex-wife, we good. I don't worry about how she feels about it. If she's still angry 23 years later, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't lose any sleep about it. I'm cordial. And I'm never disrespectful to her. I've already apologized and we've already been happily divorced. If she's not happy with me, that's not for me to fix her. My job is to be respectful so I don't add to whatever she's dealing with, but it's not for me to fix her. It's for her to find whatever's going to make her happy. And the heartbeat of the room, hey, we reached 20,000. Let's go, but let's keep tapping. We still got some more to go. I told you we're going to get to 30. We're going to get to 30K. Let's go. Y'all keep tapping that screen. Stop playing. Where's the heartbeat of the room? Y'all, listen, y'all going to make me point over here. Really, this is what we doing? I don't know, Ellie. They sloughing off today. All right, so here we go. Number 7. Now, this is important. This goes to what you guys are talking about, right? So if y'all ready for number 7, we're going to go with a divine number. 7 sevens. Let's go. Let's get 7 sevens. And thank you so much for activating the heartbeat of the room. Appreciate you. Let's get 7 sevens. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And Jeremiah, don't you try to put a bunch there. 4, 5, 6. And Nina with 7. Let's go. All right. Jeremiah said, I'm covering everybody else. That's the way to cover that back door back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's in security right now. Man of arms at work. I love it. All right. Number 7. Very important, guys. Let me get serious. Set realistic expectations. Okay? Set realistic expectations. I'm going to say it a third time. Set realistic. Circle realistic expectations. Keep an open mind and understanding that not every date will lead to a serious relationship. Y'all better stop falling in love with every person that shows up and looks halfway decent. Hey, Yolanda, blessings to you as well. Set realistic expectations. And don't be sitting there bitter just because the person's tie is crooked. Be realistic. Set expectations that work. Some of y'all have not healed from the previous relationship and y'all beating up anybody that say hello to you. And I'm not saying male or female. Some of y'all do not want to heal that when a person goes, hey, how you doing? What I do? I don't know. You just make me angry. We're like, yo, what the person do? Don't do that. Now I got to ask you. I want you to be honest with me. How many of you rough off new people when they try to get your attention? Be honest with me. Come on now. How many of you are kind of too short with new people when you meet them? Or some people just catching it when they try to talk to you. Come on, be honest. We're adults here. Come on. It depends. Depends on what, Ellie? Come on, be honest. I don't. There we go, Concrete Rose. Let's go. Now, I can tell you, because I've sat in the counseling sessions, I know what some of us say online. Okay, let me ask a better question. How many of you, if you see anything in the new person that reminds you of the previous person, you cut them off without even asking any questions? Let me ask that question. How many of you, if you see anything connected to what you used to deal with, you cut them off? Thank you so much for being honest, Elaine. Ellie said, nah. Ms. Coleman said, me. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to tell you what. Uncle Steve said, nah, I'm going to give him a chance. Here's the thing with that. You have to see what they did is connected to. Thank you, Lady Driver. There you go. Nah, not everything is the same. You got to be careful with that one, Concrete Rose, because jokes or things that I did were connected to me. But what is similar is we're all human. So a person may say they did something and you go, that's what my ex used to do. No. Until you hear the whole narrative, you got to be careful. My shirt, 6X, I think, 5X, 6X, something like that. I'm a big guy. I told you I'm a big guy. We have to be careful. Not the same similarities like job, etc. No. I'm talking about personality. our experiences. Each person is uniquely them. The similarities are in the things that we do, but we have to be careful. And the reason why we have to be careful is we got to remember our pain is connected to the previous person. But if we're looking at certain things, we can exacerbate the pain or even re-trigger ourselves to feel a certain way before the new person has even had a chance to explain their narrative. And we got to be careful that we're not writing a narrative before the person had a chance to be able to show you who they are. That's also a sign that you might not be completely healed. But again, each situation is different. A lot of questions to why the person, yes, you have to find out why. That's why it goes back to number 6, open communication. The more open we are, the more information that you get. And here's another reason why we have to meet outside of the app. I need to see how you're moving. I need to see how if what you're saying matches what you do. You tell me you're a very, you tell me you lost your girlfriend this week, breakup. Okay, brother. Hey, let's all give Stephen or Steven some purple hearts. Well, seriously, you taking advice from this guy? Oh my gosh. Whoa, Renee. And that sounds like my sister. And she has the same name. Graham Poover, slow down. Actually, that might have been just on. Let's give some purple hearts to Steven, who said he just broke up in his relationship today. And Renee, it's okay if you don't want to listen to what I say. I'm not the end all, the be all. I don't have the answers to everything, but I am a professional and I do this for a living. And you always have the option of saying, I don't want to stay here. Nobody is bound to be here, nor do I force anybody to be here. Now, we will close the door, but we don't do that. Hey, there we go. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll all heal given the right circumstances. So it's important because communication helps with the expectation. When you can convey to somebody what it is that you want or what it is that you're after, that helps a person out. Communication is key. We all know that trust and communication are two of the pillars of a quality relationship, right? But the reason why communication is so important, communication is like breathing. When you're communicating well, you're breathing out, the person is breathing in, they breathe out, talking to you, and you breathe in. That back and forth is necessary for you two to sustain what the life of the relationship can and will be. But if the communication is only one-sided, then there you go. What would you say about giving the blueprint? What blueprint? What blueprint? And it's important. And the thing that's interesting, guys, what you got to understand is you got to know yourself. As a counselor, right? I'm not for everybody. Some people think I play too much. Some people think I joke and laugh too much. That's okay. My job is not to please everyone. My job is to be respectful and intelligent about what I offer. Just like doctors, nobody's cool with every doctor they go to. The key is make sure that what you're giving can be checked and that you are out front and open about what you do, which is what I do. The things that I give you guys, I practice myself. It's one of the reasons why I share my books and everything else is because at the end of the day, what I try to explain to you is that you have to take the meat and spit out the bone. Take what works for you. But if you're going to take it, go all the way with it in terms of all the steps that's necessary. Because the danger that you have to be careful of, guys, is that we start piecing together little pieces from different situations. Well, they can't play you. Here's the thing, and I thought that's where you were going, Concrete Rose. Your blueprint is yours. You don't, giving somebody a blueprint doesn't change you unless you introduce them or allow them to have a position that they shouldn't have. My blueprint for what I do for me and my marriage is connected to me and my wife because we are connected that way. We've built on that. When you're dating, you're not giving away positioning for you. You're positioning yourself to get to know somebody better. So after time and y'all haven't had a chance to really get to know each other, you may give that person an earned space in your life. But if the person didn't earn it, and telling somebody the blueprint, that doesn't change anything. There's nothing new on the planet. It's just yours. When you tell your narrative, I have no problem telling people what I plan on doing business-wise. What's for me is for me. Same thing with dating. If a guy or a young lady is going to be about you, you telling them what you're after, what you want, what your plan is not going to change that. If anything, it's going to enhance it. And if you see that it's only one-sided, that the person is not helping you, cut them loose. Don't stay with somebody who's already shown you not to be able to lift you up in what they do. Remember, it's a partnership. A relationship, a good relationship is a partnership. I trust you to be who you are. You trust me beyond, and we're going to build on it. Hopefully move to a marriage where we sink this in and lock this in for the rest. And we're good to go. Y'all still with me? We got 3 more left. All right, let's go. And again, if you're new, please tell me where you're checking in from. Put it in the chat if I have not had a chance to welcome you here. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much for the cowboy hat. Appreciate that. If you're new here, let us know where you're from. And again, thank you so much, Stephen. Is it Stephen or Stephen? I want to make sure I get it right. Caribbean Bay, what's going on? So we're at number, let's see, 8. All right, here we go. 8 8s. Let me get 8 8s in the chat. Hey, shout out from Texas. Let's go. 8 8s. I know it's hot down there. Woo, shout out from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's go. Let me get a couple more 8s. There you go, Jeremiah. Oh, Melly said, I'm going to go help Jeremiah out. We're going to give everybody else a bunch of 8s. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right. Y'all have been covered. I believe. Okay, I got you. I believe it's hot. I ain't playing. All right, here we go. So Melly and Jeremiah covered y'all with all the 8s. This is another big one. Date at your pace, guys. Date at your pace. Triple digits. I can't do it. I remember when I was in Palm Springs, California back in 03. 119, 112. I'm like, what kind of weather is this? Ridiculous. Rockland County, shout out. My partner used to live had a house in Rockland. Then he moved to Florida after he retired from transit. All right, so number 8, guys, date at your pace. This is super important. Again, I'll say it again. Date at your pace. Don't rush. Take your time to explore the connections. Go on dates when you feel comfortable. Please don't let somebody else's eagerness move you faster than you want to be moved. Do not allow someone's eagerness to make you move faster than you want to move. Move at your pace. If a person's not cool with that, then take a step back. Do not move at a pace that is not comfortable for you. Take your time. Explore the connection. Go on dates. But do the things that make you feel comfortable. Do the things that you would do if y'all decided to be committed to each other. Take your time. Don't become somebody different for somebody else. Now, if you're scared to come out the house or you're scared to go on dates, that's a different situation. We got to work on that. Because if your pace is because of pain and you just don't want to even interact, we got to then have a conversation. Because that now you're making it difficult for somebody to date you if you don't even want to make yourself accessible. So again, it goes back to the self-reflection. It goes back to your realistic expectations. You'll see that all these are connected to each other. And I really want you to take time with the list once we get off the live because it's a lot that I'm giving you right now. After romance, it has to be and then. Okay. Well, that's the thing. Be careful before you let romance, or if we're talking about the same thing, Uncle Steve, you have to be careful because that changes the nuance of the situation when adult activities come into play. Romance is a feeling. The actions that some people consider romance, you have to be careful. Keep tapping, guys. Come on, we're going to get there. We got a couple more left. Let's keep going because I'm jumping off definitely on time today because I definitely got to head out to the church. I had to fight that narrative and heal more. I was almost a hermit, not anymore. It's okay. We all need to take a step back when we're not where we need to be. Just be careful that you don't hit the streets with the wrong narrative in place for yourself. That's all I'm saying. It's okay to get back out there and do your thing. Just make sure that you have the right what's name in mind when you do it. Hey, thank you, Jeremiah. I received that and appreciate that. You guys have been fantastic today, by the way. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Concrete Rose. But date at your pace, guys. But also, please remember, if you're not healed, get some help. Get some help. I'm here for it. If not me, somebody else. There's a lot of professionals out there. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate. Sometimes I forget. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're not healed, get the help first. Please don't go out here and put yourself in a situation that if it don't work, you're worse off than where you were. Just take some time to heal. Hey, this is why I wrote a book. Where is it? This is why I wrote the book. I wrote this book, 12 Steps to Recover from a Toxic Relationship, so you can have something inside your house. Hey, thank you for the heart. You can have something inside your house to learn. And it's filled with information. Filled. I took some time with this one because I wanted to make sure that you had what you needed before you have to go back out here and try to figure out. It's hard to do this on the fly. No, it's not an audiobook. Somebody asked me about that, but there's a lot to putting an audiobook together. I might actually sit down. It's hard because I got to be patient enough to do that. But I need to move some of my stuff to audio. So that is a consideration going forward, Melly. I think if I get more requests, I'll do it because a couple of my other books, people ask me about telling the story myself, but it's financially difficult too if I have somebody else read. All right, so let's get to these last two. You guys ready? Y'all still with me? Say, I'm still here in the chat. I'm going to give you the last two, number 9, number 10. Let's go. Put in the chat, I'm still here. Let me wake some people up. Foxy said, I'm going number 9. I'm still here. Thank you, Londa. Foxy's still here. Come on. All right. All right. Here we go. Come on. Woo! If you're going to leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Woo! You know, people never listen to the whole song. They just listen to the little clip on TikTok. It's actually a cool song. He said, I got one woman on the side. Go ahead and walk out the door. Stop, no show. We're going to keep on rolling. All right, number 9. Learn and grow. I'll do your audio for you if you want. Hey, okay, Concrete Rose. I'll keep that in mind. Keep on moving. Let's go. Number 9. I'm just gonna go right to it, guys. Learn and grow. Keep on. Let me hear that again. I like that. There we go. Learn and grow, guys. Learn and grow. Super important, right? Each interaction you have with somebody teaches you something new about yourself and what you desire. Please understand what I just said. Learn and grow. Each interaction you have with somebody teaches you something new about yourself and what you desire. And that's super important. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 25K. Let's see if we get there. We almost got to 30. I'm honestly excited about things I've learned. Okay. Yes. Come on. I like that. So you just stole my question. How many of you right now are learning and growing? Put me in the chat. How many of you are learning a new thing about yourself and feeling strong and confident? Concrete Rose beat me to it, so I'm glad. Me, come on, Foxy. Concrete Rose, me. Jeremiah, come on. Yolanda said, I am. Ho, come on, Melly. Let's go. Nina, come on. Woo. And you got to understand, guys, that life is to be lived. The good and the bad teaches us something. And we got to be open to it. We got to be willing to learn. And if we grow, oh my God. My sister called. What is the question again? The question again is, how many of us are learning? How many of us are learning and growing from our experiences? I just slide the steps my steps. Still works. Yes, same here. I'm trying to be a better husband every day. And I know I've grown. There's some things I used to trip out on now. Don't even bother me. I ain't checking nobody's phone. I'm not stressing what nobody do. I know my wife is going through the fire with me. We good. It's okay, Lane. You're going to get there. This is what we're here to help. Because if we know that there's people doing it, now we know that there's a spot for us out there. That's how we learn from other people's testimonies, guys. Is when we can see other people doing it, that lets us know it's doable. And it's super important. That's why we have to have visions of the things what we want. And we also have to have targets. We have to have other people that we look at and go, I like the way they're doing that. Let me figure that out for myself. Not be them, but use them as an example of some things that can get done. You should have a target. You should have something that you look at, a motivator. You don't have to be somebody else, But you might want to say, I like the way they do what they do. I'm going to do that for me. And then you do it your way. Keep tapping that screen. We falling off here. Come on. Because we're going to go to the last one. You ready to go? What time is it? Okay, I still got some time. I got some time. All right, here we go. 10 tens. Let's go. Last one. 10 tens. Foxy already knew. 10 tens. Let's go. That's one. And Jeremiah, 110. Don't try to give a whole lot of tens. I know you're sitting there about typing right now. And Melly about to back you up. 10 tens. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to change. I want 10 people to put a 10 in the chat. Let's head off Melly and Jeremiah. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's go. 10 tens. Come on. And it's Friday, guys. Come on. You made it to the end of the week, and if you got to work this weekend, cool. It's still Friday. Come on. I got to go to the church. I got to have a little intervention today. I was invited by the pastor to do a little something today, so I'm excited. And thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Number 10. Now, this one's a tough one. Stay patient. Number 10. Stay patient. Let's say it a third time. Stay patient. Finding the right person takes time. Be patient and enjoy the journey. Stay patient. How many of you right now struggle with being patient or the frustration of having to be patient? Share with me. Just with me in the chat. Don't out yourself. Just how many of you struggle right now with being patient? Or even better question, how many of you have almost gotten to the point you're ready to give up? Say it one more time for the ones in the back. Stay patient. Finding the right person takes time. Be patient and enjoy the journey. Not anymore. Come on, Lady Driver. I see you, Ellie. How many of y'all struggle with your patience? I got you, Melly. I got you, Catherine. I understand. I'm not there yet, but I'm afraid that I might get there. Don't give up, Concrete Rose. Don't give up. Just be patient. Understand that good food takes time. Good service takes time. To build a good business takes time. To build a great marriage takes time. To build or gain strong faith takes time. Takes time. Just stay patient. What's funny is I can be patient with family, but yes, because it's easier, Nina. It's easier when we are giving out than when we have to take it in. I'm not impatient, but I'm afraid I might get there. Fight it off. That's where the affirmations come in. That's where your circles are big, Concrete Rose. That's where the people we surround ourselves pour into us and hold us up. That's what I do here. That's the reason why I asked you the questions in the chat, because I want you to see that other people think and feel the same as you. This is where your support circles are important. Your support circles will help you get through. Now, for all my Christian folks that might be in the group, remember, Moses got to a point that his arm he was tired and his arm was coming down. The Amalekites started winning the war. Well, the other people around him said, wait a minute, we can't hold his burden, meaning his staff, but we can hold his arm up. And as they held the arm up, the men of Israel started to win the war against the Amalekites. So understand that sometimes the people around you are just there to hold you up, not take the burden, but to hold you up to get through it or to rest. I do that as a counselor. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. I appreciate you. Blessings to you as well. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today. Your support circle will do just that. I'm learning how to rest. Yes, thank you. Come on, Yolanda. I had to learn to allow other people to take on certain things because I would want to do it for myself. And then I learned to trust the people that I have in my circle. But I'm enjoying sharing my space. I don't want to see lifted toilet seats and hair shaving. I'm just saying, I just had to get the baldy right. And I forgot the toilet. I'm sorry. Ooh, that stepped on my toes right there. I'm just saying. I'm saying sometimes we shave and, we had to rush out. But I understand, Concrete Road. Nobody wants the toilet seat up. I'm going to leave that one alone. Shout out to all the brothers who forget the toilet seat up. Solidarity. We don't do it on purpose, trust me. All right, guys. So let me go back over the list. And real quick before I jump off, I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, educator, educational consultant, author, husband, and father. I am on every Friday from 11:30 to 1 o'clock, 1:30, whatever time we get off. And I'm here to try to offer some type of assistance and to try to help. All of my links are in my bio. So if you want to reach out to me or if anything, if I am the counselor for you, reach out. My information is in my bio. If you want to get any of my books, my link is in my bio. So we have a bunch. This one is my latest book. We have From Gigolo to Jesus. I've gotten quite a few. I've written quite a few books here. And Foxy, your books are going out today. I got you. My people messed up and didn't send her second book. I got you. I got that. And I'll give you a gift for that too. Audiobook. I have it written down. I actually do. I have it written down. I wrote that. What did I just write? Oh, here it is. I wrote it down. I wrote audiobook down. That is something I'm considering. As you get older, you learn you don't have time to complain. That's true. Keith, I need to get with you. I want to write a book. Then write it. That's what I tell all authors. Write it first. I can't do anything. I'm not a ghostwriter, so all I can do is give you advice on what to do. But the first thing I tell anybody, write the book first. Hey, back to check. Yo, thank you for what you do. I spent 23 years in New York City school system. I know what it is to try to protect other people's children. God bless anybody who does. Appreciate you. But yeah, Concrete, just write it. Just sit down and say, what do I want to tell? Write the story, and an editor and a good copy editor will arrange everything. So you have to decide whether you want to self-publish it or you want a traditional publisher. But that's a separate hat that I wear. I do own my own publishing company, but I work on referrals now. But what I do is I still teach people what to do. But now, number one, self-reflection. And I got you. So let's see. Ellie's been putting it in, but I'll go back over to catch up with Ellie. Number one was self-reflection. Number two was healing. Number three was rebuilding confidence. Number four was socialize. Number five, your online presence. Oh, let me turn that down some. The Bee Gees. There we go. Number six, open communication. Number seven, set realistic expectations. Number eight, date at your pace. And Ellie is putting them in. I'm just a little further ahead of her. Number 8, date at your pace. Number 9, learn and grow. And number 10, stay patient. So I got a couple of minutes. I will gladly answer any questions that you have. Feel free. So if you got questions, come on. Ellie is finishing up. If you got any questions, come on, let's go. Fire away. I got a couple minutes before I jump off. And also, please remember, don't engage those that are negative. I know I laugh at it, and I know I get in trouble sometimes playing with trolls. Don't get mad at people that don't rock with you, and don't get mad at people that might come in and say something negative. So what? Offer your receipts and then keep it moving. Don't attach emotion to negative interaction. Don't do it. Don't give somebody the opportunity to move you off your square because they said something that didn't fit. But Mr. Keith, they lied on me. So, if it ain't true, why are you stressing? Did you lose money? Did you lose a position? How do you begin to build confidence after so many failed relationships? The first thing, Mystic, is to take a step back and go to number 1, self-reflection. Consider why those relationships failed. Consider what role you played in those failures and change that and work on you. And then what you do is you become a better you, which then helps put you in a different position so you're not failing the same way. And then you actually have to rebuild the things that are weak in your arsenal. That's where professional help can help you as well. So Mr. Keith, you're saying that I need counseling because I have... When did I say that? No, I said by not journaling... Let me straighten that out. I am not saying you need counseling for not journaling by no stretch. I am saying by not counseling, you're removing a tool that could help you heal. And you were saying you don't like to journal, and I was saying that by not journaling, you're removing one of the tools that could help you to get to a better positioning. By journaling, we give ourselves an opportunity to look back into the past and have it speak to us in what we were actually thinking at that time. That's a valuable tool. But if that's not something that you like or you even want to, then you have to find another way to help you heal. Counseling is needed if you feel that there's just things that you can't handle or you don't know how to handle. It might be time for professional assistance. Only you can make that decision. But I don't want to misconstrue that I said if you don't like journaling, you should get counseling. No, the two are completely separate. Journaling is a tool that a counselor will advise somebody to use. I hope that helps you, Lane. Still got about a hot 10 minutes. If you have any questions, come on, feel free. It is Friday, getting yourselves ready for the weekend. And while we're getting ready to jump off, put in the chat what you got going on for this weekend. I will be in Maryland this weekend. I got the Senior Olympics that I'm bowling in on Monday, but I will be in Maryland this weekend. I think I'm going to get some crabs or some seafood this weekend. Reach out to my father and my son who are in Maryland. Happy Friday to you as well, Yolanda. Which I got going on for this weekend while we finish up. Or if you have any questions, now's the time. Come on. And keep tapping that screen until we jump off. You will relax. That's a good one there, Mystic. Sounds good. Thank you, Yolanda. I've noticed that I'm triggered when people say I'm lying about being physically abused. Okay, so they don't believe you. It's not for them to believe you. You know what you experienced. You know what you're dealing with. They say you lying, so what? Don't give them that much energy. And if it is hitting on something, you might want to take a step back and actually ask yourself, why does that bother you? On vacation, we decluttering parents. Okay, got you. That could be some work. Be prepared for what you might find, lady driver. When you're doing some cleaning up, be prepared. I'm working this weekend. Okay, I got you, Robin. Well, hopefully on your days off, you're going to be good. I'm going to take it as it comes. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Listen, you earned that. And I get like that sometimes where, hey, I collect comics. I got a whole bunch I got to sit here and read. Actually, they're called comic omnibuses. They're like big journals. I would turn my camera there, but my office is not looking. Yeah, it's looking like a man's office right now. But again, what you got going on for the weekend, or if you have any questions, fire away. I'm here. Kid and play. I did. I'm glad it because it showed me I needed to address it. And you don't need to address it. Okay, somebody called you a liar. And it's not the words, it's the source. If the person is not somebody, yeah, I collect comic omnibuses. They're like gigantic, it's a collection of say 30, 40, 50 comics, whatever, but I collect them where they collect tell a whole story. So I got like a whole bookcase over here. I need to start reading more of them. I got you. And again, I thank you. I got you, yeah. But even if it's triggering within Concrete Rose, you want to actually ask yourself why. Remember, everything has a genesis. Everything starts from somewhere. What you want to ask yourself is, why am I triggered? Look at that, deal with that, and then it stops being a trigger. Anything that we're able to release and we're okay with, we're good. And I figure you're doing the work. It's no problem. Let me see here. Yeah. But yeah, this weekend, I'll just be relaxing. I think I'm not going to be doing it on Saturday and Sunday. And then I got a bowl Monday morning. So I think I'm going to and I always get a hotel with a pool. So I'm going to do some swimming and I'm going to do some relaxing. I'll probably do some writing. I'm working on part 2 to my inspirational fiction book. Hey, you going to dance and let's go. So Lukewarm Saint. It's a story about a young man torn between his love of the women and doing what he's supposed to do. Brooklyn educator. He got one friend that's in the church. One friend that owns a strip club, and his mom and his grandmom is trying to explain to him that it was his love of women that destroyed them, his father and his grandfather. So, actually an outstanding story. I won an award back in 2015? Yeah, 2014-15. I won an literary award. I'm also a poet. An award-winning poet at that. So again, any questions, feel free. Thank you for getting the 25K likes. I told you we would. And again, if you have any other questions or you want to reach out to me on the counseling or professional side, my links are in my bio. The replay will be over on YouTube. All of my shows are over on YouTube. I got about 400 videos over there. Number 9, learn and grow, Mary. I take care of a 71-year-old mom, so we'll be making it do what it do. Hey, shout out to the caregivers. Way to go, Yolanda. Glad you're there to take care of her. Enjoy those times. I would give anything to be a caregiver for my mother and grandmother, just to have them back to have a conversation. But unfortunately, the Lord said now is the time I need them to come home. So I take all that they've given me, and we're good. You're one of my favorites. I refer you out on. I refer. Oh, thank you. Yes, and I see that, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'm here for when people need me. And I try to make sure I make myself available when people need me. So that's the reason why the first call is always free. I don't know if I'm going to be the counselor that you need, but I have to make it accessible because we got to stop turning people away just because of money. So my discovery session is always free because I got to figure out if I have the skills to help you or what's wrong. I would love to be arrogant and say I can fix everything. I can't. I can fix a lot, but come on, Teddy P. You mean to me. Woo! Yo, touch. Ow! Come on, we got another 10 minutes, guys. I'm good. Well, 9 minutes actually. Let me move this over. I can't see my clock. Oh, it's right at the top of my phone. What am I doing? Do you have sessions, FaceTime, or phone calls? I can do either one, but most of the time I do Zoom because I want to be able to see you and have a conversation with you. So this way I can see body language as we're talking. So I do virtual calls all over the country and a couple people in Europe. I work out too. Milan and I think it's England is the other one. Yeah, England. So I have a couple of clients, one in Milan, one in England, actually one in the Netherlands also. I'm excited about that. Only problem is the times be off. Sometimes it'd be like real early in the morning for me. I'd be like, ooh, but I try to be accommodating. For one, because he works, so. Yeah, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. We got the 26. Ellie, it is always so much better when you're here. Thank you. I'm here. All my information is in my bio. And again, I would say go to my YouTube page. You will see a couple of times that I have been on stage at a church recently in Maryland, another one here in Delaware. I posted some on my page. When you get nervous meeting people, if you do, you get nervous. Okay, wait a minute. When you get nervous when meeting people, if you do, you greet. How do you handle it? Well, the first thing I do is I remind myself why I am somewhere. If I'm out amongst people, I remind myself that I'm here to meet people. If I got to speak on stage, I remind myself right before I get to the mic why I'm here, why I was invited here, and why I'm paid to be here. When I'm in professional networking situations, I remind myself that everybody here is here for a reason, and so am I, and I just go up and introduce myself. I swallow my fear and turn it into motivation. By reminding myself, it's called mindfulness thinking. I stay in the moment. Why am I here? Why was I invited? Why was I paid to be here? Now let me act on that. Brent Angel, hey, what's going on? You caught us at the end of the show. We're getting ready to get off. I got another 7 minutes. I will gladly answer any questions or any feedback. If you are still rocking with me, put one thing in the chat you took from today's show. Besides the music, that's cool too. And the music is by DJ Alkazed, Alkazed. And this one is old and new school R&B barbecue music. So whatever you got from today, drop it in the chat today. What you got, if you got anything. That part right there, what you said, staying in the moment. Yes, you have to. It's called, oh, well, I just had a brain freeze. Know yourself, there you go. Because staying in the moment is critical because it helps shut out the noise, the internal noise and the external noise. Staying in the moment. Don't let the moment get bigger than you. Remind yourself why you're there. Or remind yourself what you did to get there. Be patient. That's it, Foxy. I got you today, Foxy, too. And I got a gift for you. Tell you what, here you go, Foxy. I'm going to give you my inspirational fictional book today. And I know this is the one that's coming today. I got you, Foxy. No one's gonna love. Got 6 minutes, guys. Come on. Any questions or what you got from today's show? Drop it in the chat. I appreciate you. And again, next Friday, God willing, I will be here. 11:30 to 1, 11:30 to 1:30. Oh, no problem. Listen, I apologize for the mistake being had. So I got you. I got you. You can't have people ordering products and they not get to where they're supposed to be. So I will make sure I make up for that and give you a gift on top of it. You are good. I'm getting it together as we talk. And I will sign them for you and get those out. I got you. And that's it. You can order my books from anywhere books are sold, but if you want to get it from me and if you want it signed by me, you got to go by my website. Also, remember, I know I've said this before, it is okay to buy books from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, but if an author has a website, buy it from their website because Amazon, Jeff Bezos, holds an author. He takes a 55% discount. Barnes & Noble does the same thing. So the author gets a small piece of the pie. If they have a website and it's a trusted website, get it from the website. My website, my publishing website has been up since 2010. No issues, no security issues, nothing. My counseling, my consulting website has been up since 2020. No problems, no nothing. And I don't have any of those issues. I ain't playing with nobody's credit card. I ain't messing. And if there's any mistakes, it will be corrected. And the mistake that I'm talking about is that we just forgot to send out a book to Foxy. She bought 2 books instead of 1. We sent her 1, so she's going to get the second book, which is this one right here. Our bond is our gift, and we're going to give her a free gift because of our mistake. Lukewarm Saint, our inspirational fictional book for her library. So when we make mistakes, we take care of it. So, and I had to give my person like, yo, what you doing, man? You better get it together. But that's another thing too. Don't chastise your people for being human. Admonish them, and let's get right back to it. Don't treat good people badly because you're upset. Don't do that. That's how you lose good people. Especially to you business owners out there. Thank you. Never chastise good people. If they make a mistake, own it. Say yes, and then keep it moving. Because the easiest ways to lose a good person is to make them feel like trash for a human mistake. Now, if they out doing your business dirty, you got to have a conversation with them. But if it's an honest mistake, have that conversation. In this case, it was an honest mistake, so Foxy gains. And I'm excited because I know she's going to enjoy the books. Question: Have you ever stopped seeing a client because it was? Of course. Yes. If you are going to hire me and then not listen to me and not do any of the things that I asked you to do, I will say it was a pleasure working with you, but I can no longer take your money. You're wasting my time and you're wasting yours, and I'm robbing you. And I'm not in the business of stealing. If you are going to refuse to listen to me, I can't work with you. And I don't feel bad about that. Because if you're going to make me put stuff together and I give it to you, and then you don't want to do the things that I'm asking you to do, then what are we doing? You can talk to me like this for free. And by giving you that spot, I'm taking away from somebody else who might need that spot. And I said this before and I'll say it again. I said that, and I did this when I was teaching. I will throw the life preserver out to you to try to help you. That is my job. If you throw it back and say, I'm not ready to be saved right now, cool. That is your right. I'm going to go to the other side of the boat and throw it out to some other people who need it. And by the time I come back to you, if all I see is bubbles, you made your choice. Hey! Because I'm not going to waste my time And I'm not going to take your money just because you get. No. I don't want your money that way. I don't want that. And I know P.T. Barnum said a sucker is born daily. A sucker is born every day. And he also said it's a crime not to take the money from a stupid person. Not me. I'm good. I'm not beat for cash like that. No. I don't want it. Go on, take that somewhere else. Because then you're not ready. And if you're not ready, then what are we talking about? And I don't do pity parties. I'm not the person to get on and listen to you whine about what has already happened. I'm here to listen to what happened and give you a plan of action to fix now so you're not in that situation. We can't do that, just reliving the same situation over and over again. I will even tell you, don't bring your ex up. We're focusing on you. Yeah, but he did that. He's not doing that now. Right now, you and I are working on this. And you said you want this. Let's go. Too hot. Too hot, lady. Gotta run for shelter. Gotta run for shade. Woo! It's very too hot. It's a perfect song for the summer. That we made ago. You were my love. All right. So, for all my old heads that's jamming on Kool and the Gang, y'all don't know about that. Yo, young folks, I don't want to start sounding like that, though. We do sound like that sometimes now that we got older, right? You young folks don't know how to shut up. We was that way when we were kids, too. All right, guys, it is 1:30. It is 1:30. I want to say a wholehearted thank you. We got the 27K likes. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for interacting with me. I appreciate you. The replay of this will be up sometime tonight, if not tonight, sometime this weekend. And if you have any questions, hit my inbox. I'm here. Anything else that you need, my sites. But before we go, and I forgot to do this earlier, I need everybody still in this room to put purple hearts up for the best moderator on TikTok, Ellie. I could not do what I do without her help because she frees me from having to worry about what's going on in the chat. And you see that she's quick on the block. Let's give her purple hearts and wish her a great weekend. Let's do that for Ellie because I am only as good as the people that help me. And she does it for free. So shout out for Ellie. All right. And I appreciate her for that. So let's give her some purple hearts. Somebody, where's Jeremiah left? Somebody give some purple hearts for me, for Ellie. Yes. And I'm glad to have you back. It's always great to have you here. All right. Come on. Let's give some purple hearts because at the end of the day, guys, remember, when people offer to help you, don't turn your nose up. Say thank you. Offer. And don't think that everybody's up to something. Everybody wants something. Allow people to help you. Sometimes the Lord will send you things that you didn't even know that you needed. And then when you say yes, you go, oh my God, you was a godsend. Well, if God sent it, accept it. That's for you, Ellie. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope the birthday party for your daughter went well last week. You were missed, but understandably, that little one is precious, and we appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you. So again, if you need to reach me, you need to reach out to me. My information is in my bio. I'm on all the social media platforms, my videos and everything else. I love your feedback. So if there's subjects that you would like me to cover, hit me in the inbox or just send it to me on one of my posts. Say, hey, Keith, why don't you cover this or consider covering this? I'll put it on my list of things, and I'll gladly cover it. If that's what you want to hear and talk about, I'm here for it. This is what I do. I'm going to go. I got to get ready. I got a counseling session at 2:30. I got to drive. It's going to take me a little while to get out to the church. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. It is a blessing. Let me get back to my music right here. All right, we're going to do this for a hot 30 seconds, right? No writing or nothing. I want you to tap that screen. We're going to go about 30 seconds. Let me set my timer up here. Let's go on a 30-second heart run. Ready? Let's start right now. All right, and go. Let's go. Tap that screen. 30 seconds. Let's go. Changing you. Changing me. Come on, let's go. And rock out with me. Appreciate you. Keep tapping that screen. Come on. Woo. Come on. It's Friday. Let's go. Let's rock out. We have 15 more seconds left. Go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blessings, guys.